Hello, my name is Brianna Sinclair, and this is my 15th week on HRT. My quick measurements update. My hips are 34 and a quarter, my bust is 34 and 5/8, and my waist is 25 and a half. So there's literally no change from this week to last week. And it looks like it hasn't changed. The last change I noticed was in week 12. So it's been like 3 weeks, which is fine. I'm actually really okay with that because the progress I've seen so far has actually been a lot more than what I thought it would be. Specifically because I never even thought I would start to get the breast tissue I have already, let alone like have what I have. Speaking of which, my breast tissue is still growing, slowly, but it still hurts, and it gets a little bit more severe at times, but it's not as often, I guess, as it used to be. 'Cause it used to be it would hurt like all the time, especially when it was like touched or something was pressing on it, and then it just kind of stopped a little bit. It still hurts whenever they're touched, and they just kind of like hurt on and off, not consistently. Mindy is just going to be all up in my business today. My emotional state is pretty good. I think I haven't really noticed a whole lot of, hardly any of my emotions I haven't been able to control, other than just me being sad sometimes. So whenever like me and my wife have like a very emotional like moment, but it is what it is, and those moments are pretty rare, so I mostly just report them as they come. Yeah, sex drive has not changed from last week to this week. It is still the same, almost as the way it was pre-HRT, which does kind of suck, but it's fine. I honestly was kind of looking forward to it decreasing my my sex drive and stuff, but it is what it is. It'll be fine. And I haven't noticed a whole lot of like fat distribution. I did read like a comment that my face might be rounding out a little bit. I can't tell specifically, and that might just be due to like the way I do my makeup at certain points. Because I do like bronzer and stuff to kind of like give myself a little bit of like shape and stuff like that, and to kind of feminize my face. It might just maybe I just blend it a little bit more, or I'm getting better at blending. That is a possibility. I don't know for sure. If that were true, I would really like that though. Hey buddy. My hormone levels are still the same. I'm still waiting on my current prescription to run out so I can start my new one. So that way I can take my increased levels, which are something I'm still looking forward to. I'm still waiting on my exception of policy. I couldn't check in on it this week because I was mostly gone this week. But I did, that was the real reason, like, I didn't check in on it a whole lot. I was down visiting my wife, because even though we don't live together, we still try and make as much time as possible to see one another, because as of right now, we just can't live together, but we know that we want to be with each other, and kind of living apart's been a mistake, and we're working on that. But it is what it is. I had a wonderful week with her, as always. Helped me pick out some clothes, helped me, like, do some things, and I'm going to help her with everything she needs. Like I always do. Because she's my wife, and I love her. Cindy, what are you doing? Are you playing my hair? I can feel you pulling my hair. Please stop. Please stop. Please don't lick my face. Please don't do that. What's she doing? He's playing in my hair. You done? He's a goober. But yeah, we talked about my sex drive, emotional state, my measurements. My hair is kind of starting to grow a little slower, and I'm kind of noticing that, like, certain sporadic growth in my dark hair. That's kind of how I'm judging it, which is kind of unfair. It's just what I really notice. Cause I've got, like, blonde hairs, and I've got, like, really dark hairs, and the dark hairs are what I notice the most, because I have a hard time seeing my blonde hairs anyway, because, like, I need my glasses. So. I'm still working on my voice. I haven't, like, heard a whole lot, like, of difference, but it takes a while to hear any form of difference. I'm just kind of, like, giving it my best go, and stuff. I think that's it, to be honest with you, as far as all the changes go. I have noticed that I am urinating a considerable amount more than what I used to pre-HRT. A lot more. Which isn't, like, I don't know, it's just a weird thing I noticed. Yeah. But yeah. As for, like, my hopes and my exception of policy, I'm hoping it's done for this week so I can actually start growing out my hair, because I would like to have my long hair again. I used to have long hair whenever I was in college, and I was told I kind of looked like I was like a little, like a beach dude or like a surfer dude. I just kind of belonged on the beach. But I just liked having my long hair. It was kind of wonderful. Even though it did try to, like, strangle me in my sleep every night, it was kind of nice to have. It was a little interesting whenever I would take, like, a shower, because it was kind of like somebody kind of, like, pressing their hands, like, on your back, and I kind of missed that. I don't know, it was just really weird, but it was wonderful to have it. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm like super tired because I was driving back from seeing my wife last night and I got in super late, and so I had to get up, work like 12 hours, and then I went home. Yeah, that's the main change I'm kind of looking forward to, is the ability to grow out my hair. It sounds really stupid and arbitrary, but it's an amenity that I'm not usually ever awarded. But this time, like, I can do it. I can grow out my hair and start to live my life the way I want to, and the way I was meant to. I'm still practicing makeup and getting better. Not a whole lot of change left. I kind of used this is like a quick face that I did. I think it took me like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, so not a whole lot kind of went into this, but it still makes me feel good to kind of get dressed up and make these videos. I have started to try and like maintain my brows more and stuff like that to kind of help feminize my face a little bit more. And that does take some time. It takes a lot of time to kind of like groom yourself to like a standard that you're not used to, and making that time is a little hard whenever you have a lot of things going on. I've got a bunch of projects, hobbies, and stuff like that, and I try and like still find like time to relax, and that's why I do these videos, is to kind of like chisel out that time for me to relax and try and produce like something that might help the future of the trans community, because even though I never thought I would be part of this community, I am unfortunately part of it, because the odds are just stacked against us a lot of times, and it's a sad truth in my opinion. And the reason I say that the odds are stacked against us is because people don't understand, and because normal people don't understand, they're kind of like afraid, or offset, or off put, I guess would be a better way to put it. And so we're just kind of like left in a corner. But I feel like as time goes by, and as it becomes more mainstream and accepted, it'll be okay. And we'll be able to walk out from the corner we've been put in and kind of like, I don't know, just be normal people again. Now, I'm not saying that we're not normal people. I'm more or less saying that like we're viewed differently. And that's not something I fully like enjoy, but it's not something that like I hate as well. Because even as a kid, I didn't know that I was different. I didn't know how or why, I just knew that I was. And but I never fit in with them. ever. So, in knowing that I was different and trying to fit in, because not being aware of any other form of community other than just male and female, and kind of growing up in a I guess a household where femininity was a sign of weakness, and being gay was kind of revered as being dumb and gross, and it is what it is. Because as time goes on, I care less and less about like what people think, because life is too short for that, and I don't really have a whole lot of time for that. I know a lot of people love to like voice their opinions and stuff like that to try and like bring other people down and stuff like that, but it's not something I care about. As long as I'm not hurting anybody else or myself, I don't see why anyone else should care. I'm hoping to start seeing more fat redistribution soon, because I haven't seen a whole lot thus far. Most of my measurements have been from my chest, and that's just from my breast development. Yeah, I've been trying to increase my calorie intake, so my body has a little bit more to work with. Excuse me. As far as like causing like the changes in my hormones to work and stuff like that, at least so that they have so much more to work with, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think that's it for now. Miss anything? I have also kind of noticed my nails growing a little bit shorter. Like, it takes longer for them to grow, which is, I don't know why that would be a thing. I mean, maybe it's due to my hair, because your hair and your fingernails are both dead tissue. I mean, maybe it's something to do with like that aspect of it. I am hoping that like the hair on my head doesn't slow down, and actually hoping it speeds up, to be honest with you. But we'll see. I'm still kind of waiting to start laser and electrolysis. I started it a little bit, and I had to stop, and I started again and had to stop. I'm kind of just looking forward to just start it and be done with it, and never have to go back for electrolysis, and be kind of just done up there with like laser. I mean, like getting caught up with laser. And getting to the point where I've only got to do like touch-up appointments. think that's all I got to report for this video. I don't want to waste y'all's time, and I'm not trying to, like, just drone on. I'm more trying to, like, be as educational as I can. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to ask, like, comment, subscribe. If you're enjoying my content, feel free to ask questions. Like, if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. But live free, be bold, and do your best. This is Brianna Sinclair signing off.